What's going on? What's going on? People, this your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Shout out to everybody that watches my lives. Shout out to the people that support the movement. Shout out to people who are going to eventually watch this video, that want to grow, that want to learn. Shout out to all of you. We're going to be talking about a great topic for tonight. Cashmere is popping with you. Tonight I want to talk about 5 things that you shouldn't keep silent in life, right? And the reason I'm talking about this is that as you're maturing and you're elevating, David in the building, we got Graves in the building, Cashmere was popping. People, one of the best photographers in the game right now. If you don't know who Cashmere Images is, this brother is amazing. A lot of my shoots have been done by Cashmere. He's very gifted in his world of photography. I must say, people, if you don't like bad quality, you want high quality photography, this is your guy, Cashmere_Images. He's amazing. A lot of my photo shoots have been done by Cashmere. He has an amazing portfolio. He has a gift of gab, I'm telling you, when it comes to, of course, the world of photography. People, I want you guys to understand, tonight we're talking about 5 things you shouldn't be silent about. As you guys know, I'm a life coach, entrepreneur, investor, mentor, long-term investor when it comes to the stock market. And I'm always giving you guys real life discussions to better you and your legacy and your wealth. Now, we got to realize we're in this world where people are always feeling judged. Cashmere is all love, baby. A lot of us are always feeling judged when we say something, do something. And I was one of those individuals. I went through it a lot. Growing up, I always had I can't say I had a blunt type of mindset when it comes to, of course, speaking. I've learned that I've always spoken how I felt. Like I always feel in life, if you feel a way, speak about it. And don't let nobody make you feel any different. But I've learned growing up in life, a lot of us, we don't do that. We're very uncomfortable telling people how we feel, telling people our opinion when it comes to personal things of life, when it comes to business also. And you got to understand how much of a problem that is. This is why a lot of people are working for corporations, of course, getting these, having these jobs or careers and being underpaid, because at the end of the day, nobody's speaking up. A lot of us were scared to give people our opinion. We're scared to tell people how we feel about certain things of life. And you got to understand, it happens this way because of life and social media and the life cycle of life. A lot of us feel like when we say something, we're going to be judged, so we'll hold it in. And some of us go to our graves holding in how we feel about something, our opinion about something. At the end of the day, I've learned in life, you can't be emotional to somebody's opinion. And social media really could prove that to you and really teach you a lot of things, because a lot of you don't realize that when you're really paying attention to what's happening on social media in a lot of different aspects, or in business, or in your personal life, just because a person has an opposing view, that does not mean they're against you. That's just their opinion. But sometimes you need to hear different perspectives on certain, of course, objectives of life to really grow. I realize a lot of people work for companies, they never tell their manager, their HR, their true opinion about how they feel. They feel that, oh my God, I might get fired. What about if you told them something that could actually change their trajectory on how they do business? What about if you told them something that could really have them look at you differently in a positive manner and say, you know what, I'm actually going to put you in a different rank in the business because nobody have never told me this before. A lot of you have this thing where you're so scared to be judged. You're so scared to give your opinion. You're so scared to show your true feelings. And today we're talking about 5 times in life, 5 places in life, you should not be silent. You should be open with yourself to speak about how you feel. That's with personal relationship. That's also with business. A lot of people in this world, I hate to say it like this, but a lot of us, we like to be fake. We're more comfortable being fake than being real because we're so scared of people judging us. At the end of the day, if you disagree with something, you disagree with it. That doesn't mean it's wrong. That doesn't mean it's right. It's just you disagree with it. That's your opinion. But we're in this world right now. It's so crazy. Example, right? I remember years ago, I would go to restaurants, and I still go to a lot of high-end restaurants. I go to low-end restaurants, and it makes no difference. I'll go to mom and pops. It makes no difference. I go to the hood and go eat. If I don't like something, if you ask me, how did you like this plate of food? I've been to Komodo's, Poppy Steak. I've been to, in the hood, rib spots. I've been to chicken wing spots in the hood. I've been to it all. But at the end of the day, if you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it honestly. And if you don't want the real answer, don't ask me the question. Because in this world, I have learned in life, if you could speak your feelings, if you could tell your opinion, that's how some people get better. A lot of us need to understand how valuable that is when people are giving you their true opinion. If you went to a restaurant and the food is disgusting, I'm not going to lie to you. You ask me, how's the food? I'm not going to lie. It's not up to par. The food was it was undercooked. It's not seasoned. This would never be my top 10 restaurant to ever come back to. You ask me a question, I'm going to answer it. But at the end of the day, we have this thing of life where we'll get neglected. It's like you're at work working for a company. You're doing 3 people's jobs. Your manager asks you, how do you feel about your job? Do you love your job? Here's what you're going to say. Man, I love my job. It's amazing. I love coming to work. Knowing you lying. At the end of the day, if you don't like where you work, if you don't like the atmosphere that you're working in, why don't you tell them that? Here's the honest truth. Again, I don't mind coming to work, but honestly, I feel like I'm being overworked. It would have been great to have an assistant or have some help in this particular department because it's a little bit overwhelming. You don't have to be rude about it, but you got to speak the facts. If you have a friend that don't have nothing in life and like to be lazy and they ask you, how you feel about me, man? You know what? Tell me the truth, how you feel about me. I ain't gonna lie, you lazy as shit. You are a lazy individual. But look, I love you enough to tell you that, but you are a lazy individual. You could do so much better if you change your approach to life. There's nothing wrong with telling people the truth about how you feel. But some of you, you're always concerned about being judged. I've learned that judgment comes with life, right? Growing up, how I dressed, fitted clothes, I was always judged down to high school. And it's so funny, the same fittedness is actually happening, if that's a real word, right? But the same type of fitted clothing is being worn today by all types of people. But when I was doing it in those days, the judgment came through. Just like, last maybe year, I like to wear, when I'm off, I like to wear beach shorts when I'm out. That's just me. And now you're seeing athletes wear it. You're seeing rappers wear it. It's so funny. Now it's acceptable. But Europeans been wearing that for a minute. I kind of like the whole swag of it. I've been doing it. Then you got people telling you, man, look, man, your shorts too short. You sure? Or you're just not used to seeing a man wear shorts like this in this country. But it's so funny. The same people that judged me, now they're asking me, where do you buy all your shorts from? It's so crazy. But I've learned in life, it's okay to be you. And I think that's something important that a lot of you need to understand. Number 2, this is the second thing I think a lot of you shouldn't be silent about. Your mistakes in life. If you're an individual, you're doing well, you're successful, you're growing in life, don't be scared to tell people how you got there. The mistakes you had to go through, your ups and downs of your journey. We as people, we always want to hear only the good. But that's how we don't learn. A lot of us don't learn from the good. We need to hear the bad. Because the bad is the experiences that we can learn from to grow and be a better person in life, to be a better professional in life, to be a better relationship partner in life sometimes. You need to hear both sides of the situation. A lot of you never like to hear the journey of a person's success. All you want to hear is the good side. How are you making money right now? Wouldn't you also want to know, how did I get to making money? How did I make my first 100,000? How did I make my first 200,000? How did I make my first 300,000? How did I make my first 400,000? People, there's a journey through everything. It's funny when I meet individuals in life, they always want to know, how did you get to where you're at right now? Well, I went through a lot of things in my past first. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of sleep. I had to sacrifice a lot to be able to grow every single day of my life, to be able to get to where I'm at today. And these are the things I highly recommend you do before you just think about the money component of being successful. Because successful people love just making it seem like it's just a walk in the park. All you got to do is believe in yourself and you're going to make it. That's a lie. I'm telling you guys, that's a straightforward, fat lie. All you got to do is believe and you're going to be successful. That is a lie. Anybody who tells you that, they really don't care too much about you. That is not how it goes. Success is a process. Success is a journey. Success is about mistakes. Success is about sacrificing. Success is about learning from one another. Success is also about leveraging. Success is also about being relatable, having people love you, having people learn from you. That's success. But you'll hear people say, well, when you ask them a question, well, how do you get you where you're at? How did you get to the success level that you're at? Oh, I mean, I read a couple books. And, I learned in life just to listen, and that's how I got, that's a lie. If success was that easy, everybody would be successful. In life, a lot of you need to focus on the mistakes that people go through. And I think a lot more people in this world that's successful need to stop being silent about their mistakes. Tell people the hard times that you went through. Tell people the down times you've had when you wasn't making money for years, so they can understand how valuable that is and how they need to readjust based on the approach and examples you gave them so they could be better. Successful people just love to make it seem like it's just a walk in the park. If you want to win in life, all you got to do is be a great person. Really? Just be a great person, right? What is a great person? Clarify that for me, right? I love when I meet these multi-millionaires, they love to just say this: I got my millions by just learning to be great in life. That's a lie. That's a lie. You forgot to tell me that your mother left you $2 million. You forgot to tell me that your parents already had a foundation and you just jumped in the foundation. You forgot to tell me that your parents got a lousy $500,000 loan. People in this world, you got to understand the reality when you're trying to grow. Tonight, we're talking about 5 things in life you should not be silent about. You don't need to be silent about certain things of life. If you go somewhere you don't like the customer service, tell people how bad their customer service is. It's okay. You don't have to be rude about it. Not to be rude, I hear a lot of people complaining about the black community's customer service. I just had 2 more complaints today. Is it all black people have bad customer service? No. But there is a big portion that could readjust their approach. But here's the honest truth. A lot of us complain about the black community and their customer service, but we won't tell them about their customer service to their face. How you expect the black community who has businesses, okay, who has terrible customer service to do better if you're not telling them about themselves? If you go to a restaurant and it's black owned and you do not like the customer service, you should tell somebody that you do not like the customer service, preferably the manager. Or if the owner is there, it'll be gratefully appreciated that you tell the owner. Because I went to restaurants where I was totally upset. Like, this is the worst experience I've ever been to in my life. I'm gonna be honest. Well, what's that? One restaurant that I see a lot of people hate their customers. I don't even say the word hate too much. Dislike their customer service. There's a restaurant in Miami. It's I think it's owned by a guy named Pete. He was on Love and Hip Hop. I went to this guy's restaurant 3 times. All 3 times was the worst experience of my life. Terrible service. Terrible service. Terrible service. I definitely left a review. And I communicated with other people who went there. They communicated to me and said his or her experience was also horrible. So if majority of people are telling you about your entity that it has bad customer service, that tells you a lot about how you conduct business. And what's crazy is some people will get neglected and still go back. I'm not going back. I gave this individual 3 chances to get his high-end prices right when it comes to customer. If you're going to charge high-end prices, you got to have high-end service. That's how I always look at it. And honestly, when it comes to this individual, I don't know what the hell his restaurant is called. I just know he was on, I don't know, Love and Hip Hop or one of them type of shits there. And I was just disappointed with the whole customer service. I think the view was amazing. Food is not bad. I can say it's properly seasoned. But I wish I could have spoke to him because he wasn't there all 3 times I was there. to tell him how bad I disliked his customer service of his entity. Even if he would have got upset, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we as a culture need to learn to tell people how we feel. If you don't like an establishment, you don't like the customer service experience, tell somebody so they could get better. Number 3, it's okay in life to disagree. A lot of us have this thing where we love to agree with other people because we just want to fit in. And then we wonder why people talk behind our back sometimes, right? We're talking about things you shouldn't be silent about. Your opinion matters, people. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to say, I can't, I won't. It's okay. Your friend called you want to borrow money. You just let them borrow money last month. It's okay to tell them, look, I appreciate the call, but I'm not letting you borrow. And here's why. It's okay. But some of you are not going to do that. I got you, girl. That's what you're going to tell them. My boy, I got you. Ain't no problem. You know I got you. Knowing inside, internally, intrinsically, you don't want to let this person borrow money because they have done you wrong. They have neglected you. They have used you. So why are you keeping it silent? And some of you go to sleep with these bad behaviors, these bad habits. And you're growing in life mentally with all these negative habits of life because you don't want to get judged. You think I go to a restaurant, spend my hard-working money, and I'm not satisfied with a plate of food that I spent probably $100 on, I'm not going to speak on it? I might not even, of course, pay for it. That's how I am. I'm not going to play like that. The moment in life you charge high-end prices, I always have this belief you have to give high-end service. And there's a lot of times I communicated with regional managers of companies, and you know what they did? They refund my money back of the store or restaurant or whatever the case may be I went to, and agreed with me, say, we're having numerous complaints about what you said. Just showing you I'm not the first person who thinks this way. But I want to tell you guys how much of a problem this is, right? A lot of you in life, you have problems trying to have friends. You have problems trying to have relationship partners. You have problems trying to have partners in business. And you can't understand why is it constantly happening. Because you don't know when to speak up. That's why I'm doing this live. You're so scared about hurting somebody's feelings at grown adult ages. People's not hurting people's feelings. The truth is the truth. The truth hurts. It's okay to tell people the truth. That's why my podcast is called The Painful Truth. I want you guys to learn how to be better in life. I want you guys to financially be free. I want you guys to learn mentally how it works. In life, if you're not satisfied with compensation, you're not satisfied. What, are you going to let people neglect you for the rest of your life? You're never going to speak about your compensation. You haven't gotten a raise at work for the last 5 years. You're never going to talk about it. You're going to let these companies just keep taking advantage of you. Does that really make sense to you? You know, sometimes, too, I've learned in life, too, it's always essential not only to tell people about your journey of life, your mistakes of life. It's okay to share your experiences of how you got better. A lot of us were so selfish with information. How did you get better in life? How did you grow in life? Mirror, what's going on? The realtors in the building. Fopper 954, ambitious mommy was popping. Carisha was going on. Brazil Young was popping on IG. People, it's okay, people, for you to share information with somebody else who wants to learn. A lot of you have this thing where you're so selfish. You don't want nobody knowing it. Everything is always a secret. I get it. Certain personal things should be, right? But why is it a big deal if you're doing good in life to share your information with someone else? Why is it such a problem for you to share something positive with somebody else so they can grow too? Here's the mindset of this culture. Oh my God, I'm going to have competition. People, competition is healthy. You can imagine how would life be without competition. Look at the basketball court. Look at the NBA games. There's competition on the court every day. Competition is, look at the football matches. Look at the boxing matches. That's competition. Competition is making people millions of dollars, both parties. But a lot of you don't like competition. You will know something, but you won't teach somebody else. You won't tell somebody else because you want to be the only one. Even though what you know, hundreds and thousands of people have already done it. It's not a secret. It's been told already. Share the information, and that's how you get blessings, and that's how you learn. That's how you grow. Merrill says mentorship equals, it's true. Save time and money by avoiding mistakes. And Merrill, the realtor, he's right. If you could learn from somebody else, a mentor or just a friend or somebody that you believe in, you'll be surprised how much time you can save. But for you that's giving that information to that person, you got to understand how much of a blessing that is, that you're helping someone else grow. There's nothing worse than being at the top by yourself, people. I don't think a lot of you understand that. You know, I get this a lot from different women. A lot of women will say this. When it comes to traveling, I've always wanted to travel the world. But the crazy part about it is I don't have nobody to travel with. You know, sometimes why that happens is because you love to stay silent. You love to have everything as a secret. So when you're growing and you're doing things, as some may say, boss moves or positive moves, growth moves, you don't like to tell people some of your plays as you're growing, some of your movements, how you got there. It's okay to let other people know how to grow too. Sometimes when you're at the top, it's okay to look back down and grab some other people to come to the top with you. I don't think a lot of you understand that. Everything's a secret. I like to stay to myself. I don't really like to tell nobody nothing. That's why you're where you're at. That's why. That's why you're not growing. Brutish in the building. My man, he's learned a lot from me, that brother there, man. That brother is so motivated. My God. A lot of people that's on these lives right now from Facebook and IG, a lot of people have learned a lot from me. David Penner just made a good statement too. He just made a point. People have to learn to listen. He's right. There will be times that you're giving people advice and they're not going to listen. That is very true. That's why I always say one of the main things is too is if you're going to give advice, give it to people who really want the advice. Who's going to retain the advice? Who's going to really use and apply the advice? Beholding information that could build somebody else's life. And one day, no, the reality is you may pass away with that information. You didn't win. That's not how you grow. I've told so many individuals from live videos, from shows, bookings, one-on-ones, whatever. So many things that I've went through. So many things they need to learn to grow. They haven't hurt my dollars. Like, I still make great money. I'm still financially stable. I'm not hurting in life. I remember when I used to do residential real estate, which I still do here and there. I got to jump back in. I do more commercial. But there was times, certain deals I wouldn't take. A person calls me for a $150,000 deal. I don't take those. But what I did was, okay, well, let me pass it to this person and just give me 25%, whatever you make. Because to me, I look at my time value of money. It's a little different how I look at things. But some of you would rather work 3 times harder than to share that deal with somebody else while you focus on another bigger deal. While at the end of the day, you're going to make money 2 different ways. On the bigger deal and a small percentage on the smaller deal. And that person is also going to get a chance to feed their family. And this is why I'm always getting blessed. And a lot of you don't even realize, a lot of times, there was a point in my life for 4 years, I never passed out a business card. Actually, 6 years. I never passed a business card out. And I was doing more real estate than people who was passing out business cards every single day. And the only difference between me and them was I like to share. You don't. When you share in life information or share in life the most valuable thing to you, which if hypothetically you're a realtor, share a deal, you'll be surprised how much more that person will want to help you in life, in whatever aspect you want. Just like when I used to own a car dealership, a person send me a client, I'll give him a $500 referral fee. Some people tell me, Bobby, you crazy. And then they'll ask me, well, at the end of the day, well, Bobby, how did you start this business? Come on through, let me show you. You're going to need some insurance, you're going to need a bond, you're going to need a corporation, you need to get a small-ass location so you don't even have to pay a whole bunch of rent to start your little people. And it'll be crazy 2 years later, I'll see that person down the street with their own dealership. Damn, they really opened up. I love it. It's all love. But some of you, you can't mentally understand that because everything in life is all about you. In life, you got to learn how to be selfless. It's okay to put another person first who needs to grow, who's trying to grow. Not all the time in life, it's about you. And this is why a lot of you in this world today still have a hard time trying to win, because everything in life is not about you. And the moment you can understand that and share some of the things that you find most important, which for some of you is money, based on your whatever you do, commission. Some of you will not let the most important thing of life go to, of course, help somebody else. You won't. You won't do it. I think this week I had 4 different people who had birthdays. I sent each person $100. They didn't know I was sending it. I sent each person $100. Damn, Bobby, I don't know if you made a mistake. 2 of my homegirls, damn, you sent me $100 for my birthday. Anybody knows me. If you sent me a client in the businesses that I've done, everybody knows how I work. I just sent somebody a referral fee maybe last week, a $1,500 referral fee. Of course, people are going to do the same thing. You didn't have to. We all know that's bullshit because, of course, they kept the money. And my intention is in the right place. I want you to understand I appreciate you for putting my name in your mouth, for getting me a client and the different lines of work that I do. But some of you can't understand that. You're growing in life, you're moving in life, but you want to move by yourself. Shouts out to Brutis. Actually, I just sent him a referral fee actually like 2 days ago. And he sent me so many clients, man. Him and many other people. People in life, you got to understand, man. The moment you can learn how to share what you find most important, for some of you, it's money. Some of you, it's your time. Some of you, it's your knowledge you need to share. Shouts out to my boy Brandon Freeney. I don't know if he's on his live right now. I was just chopping it up with Brandon actually, yesterday? About another type of business that I do is venture capitalist. And the brother, I really like what he's doing, and he called me back to say, look, Bobby, can you tell me a little bit more about how is it that you made certain amounts of money in the venture capitalist world that you do? I said, well, it's easy. Well, let me tell you a couple things you need to consider and think about. Gave him straight game. He said, man, call me back, man. I appreciate that. At the end of the day, people, the moment that money is your God, you failed. Because I know for some of you, you ain't giving up no money. You're not giving up nothing to nobody. For some, I'm going to tell you how funny life is, right? I look at material things very funny, to me. The other day I was driving and I was in one of my cars and somebody, I guess they was texting, ran 3 lanes, hit my car. And the guy said, man, you're not even upset. I ain't dying with the goddamn car. I could care less. You know what I'm saying? I got insurance. I got full coverage. The car got to get fixed. And then when we're done, we're talking. The guy tells me, hey, man, I just wanted to tell you what do I do. Here's my business card, man. You seem like I would love to have some lunch with you. Imagine this guy just hit my car. So me and the guy had lunch. You know what this guy does for a living? He owned 14 gas stations in Broward County. So now me and him, we just been kicking it. Just cracking jokes, and this guy just hit my car. But communication, forgiveness, and expressing to him and telling him what I do for a living. We exchanged conversation, and this should have been a negative situation because he hit my car while texting. It became a positive situation. He fixed my car. We talked about it. I mean, his insurance company fixed my car. We talked about it, cracked some jokes. Now I have a new individual that if I need information on gas stations, I could talk to. Because he owns 14 of them. See, the problem with you guys is you think it's the smartest idea to do everything by yourself. You think it's the smartest idea to tell nobody about how you have grown in life. What got you to the levels of life that you're currently in. You think it's the smartest idea to sometimes lie to people. You think it's the smartest idea to always think about yourself. If you make money, you won't give up nothing to nobody. If somebody asks you, man, how did you get to where you're at? You're not going to tell them, huh? Because let me guess, competition. What I've learned in life, and the fifth thing I want you guys to stop being silent about. One was, of course, expressing your feelings in life. It's okay. Don't be silent about your feelings. If you feel away, you feel away. If there's something your friend did to you or someone else, you should express express to them how you feel. You go to a restaurant, you don't like the food, the waiter says, how did you like it? I didn't like it. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm not going to tell you I like something I don't like. I don't work like that. Just to make you feel good. Number two I spoke about is telling people your mistakes. If you're a person that's doing good in life, or you have somebody, you're in a part of life where somebody really wants to be at, tell them your mistakes, how you got there. Tell them your journey. Let them learn from you. Number three, it's okay to verbally tell people you disagree. Or I won't, I don't. It's okay. Some of you is like you're allergic to these words. You don't like to say I won't, I can't. Somebody asks you for money, like I said earlier, at the end of the day, this person loves using you. I'm going to tell them straight up, look, it's not like I don't have it. I'm just not giving it to you. And here's why. Number four, I spoke about telling people how you got better. Tell people, how did you learn how to balance life? Tell people, how did you become a better person? How did you learn how to forgive? Because some of us right now, we're holding grudges from 15, 20 years ago. Some people need to learn it. How did you find a good business partner? How did you find a good personal partner to get married to? People want to know these things. I wonder, why are we so selfish with information? Why are we so selfish with certain things that we find so valuable? It's okay to give a person a commission. It's okay to give a person a referral fee if they... Look, somebody is doing business. Hypothetically, you sell life insurance. The person decided to refer you out of all the life insurance agents in this world. And you made whatever amount of money you made. You're telling me it's such a problem to give them a $100 gift card or a $50 gas gift card. I don't know. I'm just using that as an example. That's such a problem. You're gifted in a certain area. You telling me, somebody asked you, how do you do this or that? Oh, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be telling this man what I do. You just won't tell him, huh? And we wonder why we lack growth. A lot of us were stagnant. Some of us are in the same location we were at 10 years ago. We haven't grown one bit. We're still financially struggling. We're still mentally struggling. We still have nothing to show in life. And we can't understand why. Because you're too silent. There's nothing wrong with being silent in personal relationships. I get it. Your personal life, sometimes you don't want to tell people. It's cool. But business, sometimes it's okay to express yourself and let people learn. I'm going to talk about the fifth thing as I read this comment. Melrose was popping. Melrose says, people with the scarcity mentality will never be successful. It's true. Mary also said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, bring people with you. Very true. A lot of successful people in this world, multi-billionaires, multi-millionaires, you know how they got there? They shared their information. They taught other people who want to learn. They learned to work together. They learned to not be silent. It's okay to tell people how you got better in life. It's okay to tell people how you made money. At least give us the honest truth. I realize in social media it's kind of funny because a lot of people, they're gurus and giving you pieces that will never come, pieces here, pieces there. But when you put the pieces together, it will never lead you anywhere. It's sad. And then they put these bullshit courses together that will lead you into destruction because of, oh my God, I don't want this person to do better than me. So I'm going to give them only pieces that never worked for me and put it in an Audible or put it in an ebook. How are you giving people information that never benefited you? And there's a lot of these gurus online doing this. How are you giving information that you never used to other people? That makes no sense. Give people valuable information. Some people really want to win out here, man. Dane Trish was going on. He says, Dane in the building, some people pay a lot of money for information, so I understand. Some people pay a lot of money for information. See, and let me tell you something. There's also a lot of people too that they pay a lot of information, they pay a lot of money for information, and people gave them nothing. And there's so many individuals right now that have been calling themselves gurus getting sued badly right now because they gave you information that never was valuable. Dane is right, man. I met some people that took a real estate course, $10,000, 3-day, they call it the workshop. And the people that they're getting real estate information from never did real estate, never flipped a home in their life. Telling you how you're going to master flipping homes. How you're going to master flipping homes with no money. And Dane is right, always. The goal is to always take legitimate information, man. A lot of people in this world, they're throwing this word around, I'm a guru. People call me that. I don't like to get into that. I'm just a guy that's telling you his experiences. I'm just a guy that's telling you what I know. And the truth is, don't get me wrong, is it wrong to charge people for your information? No, I get it. But it is wrong to charge people for information that doesn't have any true value, knowing that you did not use that to grow. That's why I dislike when I hear people say, if you want to win in life, just believe in yourself. That's bullshit. If you want to get to the next level, all you got to do is learn these 3 things. Them 3 things is not what got you there. You forgot to tell people that your parents gave you $1 million. You forgot to tell people that your parents left you 3 businesses. You forgot to tell people that your parents left you a wine business. So stop acting like you came from the ground up. There's a difference. And it's sad to say that a lot of us, we're paying so many dollars for these courses that's doing nothing but leaving us behind and failing us. I was just looking at somebody's Turo speed lane course. Now, for $3,000, they're going to teach you how to master Turo. What I find funny about some of these new ways of making money by theory, right, is that nobody really talks about the components of some of these ways of making money, such as if you're in the trucking industry and you own a truck, do anybody talk about maintenance, insurance costs, down season? I think that should also be a part of your portfolio if you're going to teach people the trucking business. Because everything about the trucking business is not always about winning. You don't win every month. The truck don't move, you don't make money. Just like Toro, right? I find Turo so funny. These gurus love to teach you how they making that, here go that statement, so much money. You haven't seen a bank account. You haven't seen any assets they own. But they're telling you that they make so much money. All you got to do is go in debt for these 6 cars, and you're going to make just the same amount of money as them. This is how simple it is. Step 1, 2, 3, and you're going to make the same amount of money. Well, I find it kind of funny, right? Do anybody talks about in their Turo guru course about depreciation? I wonder, the way that they make cars so fast every 6 months, 8 months, changing components, headlights, backlights, am I still able to get the same amount of money for Turo that I got today, 3 years from now? Or is my car old because it depreciated in value? There's a lot of things to consider. But I still owe on this car because I'm in debt for 72 months. It's only been 3 years. I realize that people only like to tell everything that sounds good. But when it comes to the negative side of life, they don't like to talk about it. Be careful, people, when you're investing your dollars into some of these guru courses. Oh, yes. We're in a world of Photoshop right now. People are Photoshopping everything. Rachel Cash says some of the so-called receipts they show are just Photoshopped. Oh, correct. Do you know how many people post things online that's a straight Photoshopped image? What you got to realize in life, when you're vulnerable, anything looks good when you're vulnerable. You see, what I've learned in life, too, when I talk about number 5, is that everybody could always use help in some part of their life. So if we all could share information, if we all could tell our mistakes and our experiences, this world will be a better place. I believe it'll be so much better. The crime rate would go down. You ever wonder why robbers steal so much? Because they're fighting for one thing, survival. They want money. But if you could change the mental dynamics of what they're fighting for and how to source it legally, it could be a different change of life. But nobody really teaches these people how to make money legally to a certain degree. So they go back into their habits that they truly do understand. Nobody's trying to break the mental cycle that's embedded in their mind. But sometimes it's hard because you got to really think about this, right? We're in a world where people are lying every day. By the time they wake up, they get on a live and start straight lying. Showing you Airbnb penthouses that they don't own. Showing you cars that they rented from Turo. Showing you businesses that ain't making no money. Showing you boutiques that the tile is more expensive than the rent. That is not even a profitable business. Telling you that you need to have a boutique, knowing that that boutique is not putting them in any financial wealth position. How do you know when these people tell you that this venture is what's making me money, is it really profitable? How do you know? Certain things have never changed. Stocks, real estate, crypto is pretty straightforward. If you can see, crypto is 10 cents. At one point, what's hit 68,000. I mean, that doesn't take too much education to really understand that there's some growth there. But for some of you, you got to really take time. That's what I always say in life. Wealth is not just about making money. It's about learning to express yourself, learning to stop being silent, learning to help other people, learning to tell people about themselves. You're not being rude to them. You're telling people the truth about themselves. If you go to a restaurant, you don't like the food, you don't like the food. If you go to the restaurant, the customer service is horrible, the customer service is horrible. It's okay to tell people the truth. If you disagree with something, you disagree. If somebody asks you, how did you get to become so successful? Tell them your story, but also tell them the bad parts too. Don't just tell them the good parts. Tell them how you lost money. Tell them how you lost sleep. Tell them how you lost friends. They need to hear that part too. It's okay to tell people in life also in this world no. I've learned that too. People that want to use you. It's okay to tell them no. People, I want you guys to always understand the goal of life is to financially be free. Tonight we talked about 5 ways. We talked about 5 things you should be in a position to be verbal about. You don't have to be silent about your growth of life. You don't have to be silent about disagreeing with people, businesses. If you don't like what you get paid at work, it's time you speak up. Look, I've been working with you 6 years, and I get it. Obviously, this is a great establishment, but here's the problem I'm having an issue with. There's been a slight discrepancy when it comes to my compensation, in addition to the raises that was promised to me, based on others that's in this entity. I don't know if it's me, but can we discuss this for a moment? However, they need to hear it. But a lot of you, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love you guys. I want you guys to be great. I want you guys to learn. I want you guys to share. And sometimes if you want to keep growing in life, share information. Also share things that you find the most important. And for some of you, it's money. If somebody sends you a client, if somebody puts your name in their mouth so you can make some money, it's okay to share what you find valuable. Everybody has bills. Everybody deserves to win. The question is, does it matter to you? This is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Appreciate all the love. As you guys know, this Thursday night, we're going to have a great discussion. Every Thursday night, we have a relationship discussion. This Thursday, alongside Mike the Advisor, we're going to be talking about why should men have options? Oh, this is going to be a spicy topic this Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Why should men have options? Tonight, we talked about 5 different things that you should be non-verbal. 5 different things you should be verbal about, You don't have to hide it, people. Share your wealth. Share your knowledge. Teach other people. Help other people win just like you did. Tell people your mistakes. Sacrifice what you find most important, which is money. And you'll be surprised how far you can get in life. This is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. I want you guys to have a great night, great evening. Go watch some expensive ass Netflix. And shouts out to Netflix. They got to bring their prices down soon. They going through a mess right now. They kept increasing their prices. Now they're going through it. Shouts out to, of course, Elon Musk for buying. Twitter is officially owned by Elon Musk. Wow. A $44 billion transaction. I don't think it's concluded yet, but it's official. He is the new CEO of Twitter. That is going to be a game changer for Elon Musk. For some of you that may not know, that is the founder and owner of Tesla, SpaceX, and many other ventures. He's the one also who, to a certain degree, created PayPal. It's official. They have agreed. The deal has not closed yet, but it is official. Elon Musk is now the CEO, the new owner, the CFO, the new owner of Twitter, which is going to be a game changer because he's going to be changing a lot of components of Twitter from what he says. He wants more free speech. Because again, just like I'm talking about tonight, a lot of us are scared to speak the truth. We're scared. We're scared of being judged. And again, that's really going to change the dynamics because that's putting me in a position, of course, now, why not? I'm already on Twitter now. I'm going to take it a little bit more serious because I think it's important to have free speech. It's important to be you. It's important to express yourself because people are going to judge you no matter what. If you're right or wrong or if they feel away or not, they're still going to judge you. So at the end of the day, just always keep being you. Mentourme.com.